lesson for English grammar. Until now, what we have done is we've looked into some of the theory elements and we've also looked into the paper how these questions will be asked. Any doubts until now? Everything good so far? So far, so good. Okay. So what we're doing is we are studying the objective test for tier 1, which is going to be 100 marks. And in these 100 marks, we have 20 questions for English and not 20 questions, we have 20 marks for English, right? Okay. We're looking into English language and we have got 20 marks for it. These are the topics that we've been studying as of now. And today what we are going to do is continuing from what we have done previously. We are going to look at synonyms, antonyms. I've already given you the list. Did you all get time to look into it? No? Yes? No. Okay, yes and no. So what we are going to do, whilst we are doing, we'll get well versed with some of the vocabulary. At the same time, when you get time in your free time, try and look at those words. Okay? So we are just trying to build a vocabulary. We don't know which word might pop up as a synonym, antonym in the question. There are a lot of words, and we'll just try and study as much as we can. We are going to look at appropriate use of idioms and phrases. Idioms we've already studied, right? We know the idioms, we know their meanings, we have got the list of idioms that we've read. If not read, we'll keep it in front of us while we are doing our exercise today. Okay, one word substitutions and word meanings. This is something that we are going to be doing. Today's learning approach. Something that we did last time was we looked at one question. Okay, and then we looked into the theory part of it, right? Yeah, that's what we did last time. So looking at the question, we discussed what does it mean, what is the question, and then we found out, okay, it's about the article, then we studied the articles, and then we looked at the subsequent question related to articles, right? This time what we are going to do is we are looking at, say, question type. So for example, we have fill in the blanks. The approach this time is we are not going to look at one particular fill in the blank and then look at what topic it is. No, we are going to look at as many examples as we can. We have not studied in the previous lesson. Okay, so we'll look at different examples. We'll try and understand, we'll try and analyze. It's a conjunction question, it's an article error, whatever it is. Okay, next we are going to do error spotting. These are the topics. We are going to do fill in the blanks. We are going to do error spotting. We are going to do odd man out or odd sentences, spotting the odd sentences. In the examination, if you've looked at the previous year question papers, we've got these kind of questions. Find the odd sentence. In our previous class also, we had looked into one or two examples while solving the mock paper, right? It was there in the mock paper. Find the odd sentence that is irrelevant or is different from the given 3 sentences. So we'll have like list of 4 sentences, and we have to pick one which is different to the other 3. Okay, so we are going to find the odd one. Today, what else we are going to do is we are going to look at appropriate use of phrases. Idioms or phrases. Okay. Another important topic for today is match the following. Fill in the blanks. We've done examples. We know how it looks like. Error spotting, we are aware how it looks like. Odd sentences, we've also done example in the mock paper, right? We are aware. We are going to do more examples. Appropriate use of idioms and phrases. Here we'll have the idiom used in 4 different sentences. We have to see which one is correct. That is something that we have not done. What we've done is appropriate meaning of the idioms and phrases, right? This is in the sentence, idiom will be there. We have to find which one is the correct use. Okay, and match the following. One more thing I've missed out. Tell me, what is it? Sentence rearrangement. Synonyms and antonyms. One more thing I want to share. For match the following, if you look at the previous year question papers, what they have done is they have given phrases here, phrase 1, phrase 2, phrase 3, and in the block 2 they have given one word substitution. So one phrase and their one word substitution. These are some of the examples that you will also find in the previous year question papers. Okay, phrase, one word substitution, words and synonyms, words and antonyms. These are the match the following questions that have been asked in the previous year. Whilst we are doing match the following, same time we will be covering some of the idioms and meaning or one word substitution of the phrases. All right, makes sense? This is something that we are going to do today. For each, we are going to look at least 5 examples. Works? 5 example works, or we need to look at more examples? What I'm going to do is, at 5 examples, I'm going to ask you, do we need to see more? If we are comfortable with that 5 and we've got the idea, then we'll skip, otherwise we'll do more. Okay? The examples that we are not studying now as a part of our lesson, I'm going to give that as a test for you. Once you read the idioms, you study the synonyms and antonyms, the PDFs that have been given by madam to you, the 16 set of PDFs, all the grammar things, plus the PYQP one PDF or one Word document. I think PDF, ma'am might have given you all the English questions. Has she given you? She has, right? So that entire compilation is of all the questions that have been asked in the previous year question papers. So once you get studied everything, there will be a test that will be conducted for you all. So whenever you are ready, when you discuss with the madam, she'll be letting you know when you'll have the test. In that test, what examples we are not doing here, what we are plus additional will be asked for you in the test. After the test, we'll do one solving or we'll do one solution discussions if required. All right. Good for go? Good to go? Okay. We'll start with error spotting. That is easy. We've already covered some of the examples. Okay. As noon approached, sunlight filtered through and branches, casting dappled patterns on the cobblestone path. Which one is the odd sentence? Through and branches. Why it is odd? What should be here? A branches, the branches. Great. It should be through the branches. Very good. So we'll do quick. Correct answer. We will have to spend a few hours journeying down in a bus which is bound to take its toll. What is the problem? We will have to spend a few hours journeying down in a bus which is bound to take its toll. Quick. Which is bound to take its... Let's see. Which is bound to take its toll. What is the error? What is the error? See, very important. If we think there is no error, don't push yourself. There might be error, there might not be any error. What do you think? We're not able to get any error, right? Are we? So do we think it's a no error? It's a no error. There was no error in this sentence. Moving on. He has been read through the archives to research his article on the town's history. What is the problem here? Think about the tenses. Think about the tenses rule. It has to be he has been reading through or he has read through, correct? I should say he has been reading through the archives to research his article on the town's history, which will mean that he has been reading, he's still in the process, or he has read through. past perfect or present perfect continuous, right? Either way should be the sentence. But he has been read through, it's not correct, right? Because this is the which form? V1 form, no? Yeah. With has, it should, been will not come. Or if both are together, then reading will come. Correct? So according to the rules that we've studied, it should either be he has been reading through or he has read through. So we know the error, we know the rectification. As both a novelist and an university lecturer, she has two strings to her bow, sorry. As a novelist and an university lecturer. And university lecturer? And a novelist. What do you think? As a novelist and an university lecturer. Think, if I'm saying this sentence, does it sound right? What doesn't sound right? Do we really need an article? Think, do we really need? At least. And doesn't sound right. Okay? Though it is you, we know that and should be used before the vowels, but still it doesn't sound right in this sentence, right? Because I'm saying as a novelist and university lecturer. So we think that doesn't sound right, and because it doesn't sound right, that is the error. The museum was built in 1972, although the chief's home and store remained closed because of their fragility. Was built, remained closed, although the chief's home and store. What doesn't sound good in this sentence? Remained closed. Remained closed? That doesn't sound right. What sounds good then? Just close. So much is not needed here. But perhaps Governor Clinton's most remarkable achievement will have been brought to an end at the Reagan-Bush years. Will have been brought to an end the Reagan-Bush years. Let us see. Will have been. We don't need that phrase, right? Think. Brought to an end. Past tense. Have been is present. Perfect. Yes, because will have been brought to an end. This is past. Brought to an end. Past tense. That also should say past. Achievement has brought to an end. So been should come. Has should come, no? Has brought to an end. Already completed. Yeah, it's already. See, half of the sentence is having a different tense, and another part is having a different tense. We need to use future perfect in a sentence. Let us think about the rule. Will have been. Then shall have been and will have been. Got? So both of the tenses should be same. I went too much forward. Okay. Do we need more examples? Are we good with error spotting? Are we good with error spotting? Do we need to look at further examples? We can come back to it also later. What we are going to do is we are going to look at the correct use of words or phrases or correct use of idioms. Everything is mixed together. We'll see some words, some idioms and some phrases. All right. These type of questions have been asked in the examination. What we need to do is I want you to use your phones for seeing the meaning. Okay, because once we see the phrase, we need to see the meaning. And with the meaning only, we will be able to identify whether or not it is used appropriately. All right. I'm going to give you, every time I'm going to give you like some time to do your checking the meaning. and to fit in the sentence, because a lot of words we don't know meaning. Neither you do nor do I. We both need to study them together, and this is how we'll also build up our vocabulary. Okay. In the future also, when you are doing the PYQPs, just don't sit like, I need to solve and then look at the solutions. While solving also, you see the meanings and you see how one should use it in the sentence and then solve the paper. Because sometimes we'll think, let me just attempt it and then I will see the solutions, because we want to see where we are standing. Don't do that way. Just sometimes sit with the phone, attempt one paper. Okay. Select the option in which the word fastidious is used correctly. First, tell me, what is fastidious? Very attentive. Okay. Some teachers are so attentive that they give high grades to almost everyone in the class. If they are attentive, will they give high grades? No, right? So the first one doesn't sound correct. See, now that we know the meaning, I am replacing the word fastidious. Did you see? Are so attentive that they give high grades. So I have replaced it and it doesn't sound good to me. So I'm doing the elimination method. Okay. I wish he weren't as fastidious, as attentive as he made out to be, as he often sidesteps with the issues and digresses. No, right? Doesn't sound right. Because here, yeah, so both are contradicting each other. Since the meaning of the sentence, meaning of the given word and the later part of the sentence are in contradiction, this is not the correct word. James is a fastidious editor and he wouldn't easily approve of any copy that comes to his desk. You did replace, what is the meaning? Attentive. So James is so attentive that he wouldn't easily approve. So he'll be very attentive and check everything thoroughly. Do you think that is correct? So we think this is correct. Let us still see the last one. Attentive people are easily to please and you can get along with them with no difficulty. Or if they're easy to please, they're checking into small details. How they're easy to please? This is also used in contradiction with the meaning. So do we agree that this third sentence about James is the right answer? Yeah? Do we think that's the right answer? Also make a note of the word fastidious that we've learned today. Moving on. That's the right answer. Also check the meaning of alimony. Meanwhile, what is alimony? Financial support that the person okay. Yeah. So let's just think the financial support that is ordered to be by the court to a entity. Okay. So that's alimony, and we always use it associated with the divorce, right? So wife will demand alimony. Alimony koda. Okay. Coming back, the alimony between the two has not dwindled for a decade. After a decade, what is this trying to say? Do you think that's correct? That's used properly? The alimony between the two has not dwindled even after a decade. Do you think that's the appropriate use of alimony in the sentence? No. No? Why? Even after a decade. Okay. Okay, since it is delayed and it's not giving us appropriate meaning. But I'm not worried about the delay. I'm just worried about the meaning and how it is used in the sentence. Is it correctly used? Let's keep it. Let's park it. We'll see it later. The alimony payments to his two wives have left the cruel husband nearly a pauper. Pauper is Kali. Alimony itself is payment. So payment itself together. The payment together. So we think that is repetition. The meaning and the word are repeated. So the alimony war has been protracted since India's independence. No. Option B. Okay, this is also no. The fight for territorial alimony has been going on for a few years. Territorial alimony. First one is correct. Okay, both of you decide and come up to one option because there is only one correct answer. Alimony is what? Payment. Territorial payment will come. Territory is something that is land, no? Land, no? Yeah. So that is, this territory belongs to me, that is your territory. Don't step in my territory. Adi Nandu, I've occupied it. I must not say I'm the owner of it. This is the teacher's territory, that is student's territory. Students have to be there, teacher has to be here. Territory and payment doesn't sound together correct, no? Yes. So this is not correct. Now tell me which one is correct. Hare, alimony payment to the two wives has left him as a pauper. Alimony between the two is not dwindled. Alimony between the two. Alimony is something that one person gives to another. Between the two, alimony is to be paid. So alimony and payment, though I told you both are same meaning, how they'll go together, you should think alimony is the money to be paid. Payment,
alimony means payment or whether
money. Alimony is the amount or sum of.
This added after the divorce, when the judge was that if there is any decree regarding this alimony can be paid not only by the husband. There is an incident that one of the actors has also paid alimony for his husband only. Because when he was working, and this was a history that was being read that he would also pay alimony for a husband if he is unemployed. Okay, if he is unemployed, if the woman is working, then she should pay. If he is not eligible, if he is not fit for just paying the money, she should pay instead. Okay, usually the man will pay 90-95%. It is the duty of the man only to pay for children and also for the wife. It is like a maintenance, permanent maintenance. It's called as alimony.
Okay.
Dwindle meaning is the
amount.
The meaning of dwindle.
Check. Between the two has not been. That is the reason we've not picked this sentence, because here the meaning, if we put the meaning of alimony here and we put the meaning of dwindled here, it will not sound appropriate.
What is dwindle?
An amount. Tell the exact meaning.
Size, amount, or strength.
Okay. Okay. So select the option which uses the given idiom correctly. It is exciting to see the kangaroo court freely moving about in a zoo. Many villagers in India still organize a kangaroo court, which is unfortunate. Those who conduct kangaroo courts will soon find themselves hounded by the law of the land. Which one is the correct use of kangaroo court? What does the phrase stand for? What does kangaroo court phrase stand for? As I told you, sometimes idioms, what literally sounds as an idiom, the words don't literally mean the same, right? They are used.
That ignores recognized standard of law or justice.
Yeah, a code that recognizes
standard of law or justice.
Okay, let's put the meaning and let us see. It is exciting to see kangaroo court freely moving about in the zoo. See which one sounds good and tell me.
Many will be
Second one is correct.
Second one is correct. Okay. What do you think about the third one?
The first one is correct or incorrect? You eliminate one. Exactly. First one might be wrong.
First one might be wrong. The second one is correct and third one is correct. Second and third are correct, right? First one is wrong. So that brings us to saying only statements 2 and 3 are correct. We got how we should find the meaning of the word or meaning of the idiom, then replace it or just think about the meaning in the sentence. And then please note down this idiom, kangaroo court. Sounds different, right? When you think of kangaroo court, it's like a group of kangaroos and they're kept somewhere, right? But it's not exactly that. Select the option in which the word, how do we pronounce this? Truant is used appropriately, correctly. First, see the meaning of the truant. What is the meaning?
A child or student who stays away from school without permission.
Okay, a child who stays away from school without permission. Okay, now tell me where it is used correctly. So somebody staying away from the school. About 20 truant employees were recently awarded with a letter of appreciation, and somebody staying away from school and work, how they'll get the award. Correct? So we'll say this first one is not correct.
Option B.
So this is not correct. The problem of truant, someone who stays away from the school, is also the result of education being disengaged from the real life. Okay, because they are not going to school, they are not engaged with the education. Okay, we think this is correct. The law will eventually catch up with the truants who have been involved in the series of robberies in the neighborhood. Someone who is not going to school doesn't mean they are necessarily into robberies. They can catch up the robbers, right? We think maybe we should see, we can think about it. There is a large family at the theme park and the children are playing truant. Doesn't sound good, right? So these two are absolutely no. So we have the discussion between the B and C options. Tell me which one do you think is appropriate?
Option B.
Option B, the problem of truants is also the result of education being disengaged from the real life. Because here it is giving the appropriate understanding of the meaning truant compared to the third one or the first and the fourth one. Effeminate. Her attitude towards her colleagues is rather effeminate. Effeminate though they are, the two brothers are graceful. This something is missing here. The word is not correct. In the gait and movements, he is choosy about his party dress and spends a long time in front of the mirror. He is effeminate in a way. Having nothing to do for hours, he has become lethargic, effeminate, lethargic, comma should be here. Lethargic, effeminate, and grouchy. What is the meaning of effeminate? First, tell me.
Having qualities of traditionally associated.
With women and regarded as appropriate from
Having?
having characteristics and ways of behaving traditionally associated with women and regarded as inappropriate for women.
Okay. So he is kind of behaving like a woman. So how do women behave? Let us see something that tells about behavior of women. Her attitude towards her colleagues is rather effeminate. So not necessary women are not women. Women are effeminate. Women behave like women. So there's no need of this effeminate word to be associated here. Effeminate though they are, the two brothers are graceful in their gait and movements. Not necessary. He's choosy about his party dress. So always when we think about women, we have that stereotype, or I must say, we stereotype women for being choosy. They'll take time to dress up. They want to look proper, correct? And they'll be like, they want to fit in the event where they're going. They'll not dress up in casuals and go for the party, correct? So women are stereotyped, though there might be women who are not into too much getting dressed, or they might not take long time, or they might not spend long time in front of the mirror. But in a general way, generalizing women, we would consider the third option to be correct, right? Correct use of the word effeminate. Moving on. The correct answer is having nothing to do hours. He's become. No, that's not correct answer. Wait, let me check. No, that's not the correct answer. The correct answer is third. Because of my animation, some of the issues has been there. That's why I will refer to the mobile. Okay, please check the meaning. Whale of a time. Same sentence.
Enjoy oneself very much.
Enjoying. Okay. When the flood waters surround large parts of town, some people have a whale of time swimming in the water and screaming. No? Enjoying the swimming and swimming in the water and screaming. Why? First one is not correct. I think it is because it is explaining. No, it's talking about, see, if it was some people have a whale of time,
Enjoying actually.
in the swimming, they are doing the swimming. See, if I remove the word swimming in the water and screaming, if I put they had the whale of a time cleaning up their homes, cleaning up their surroundings, and whale of a time traveling in different places. So it will mean hassle or it will mean difficulty, right? But here, what I'm saying, though there was flood, they were enjoying and swimming. So it's enjoying only, no? Correct? Do you
Swimming is something negative or positive?
see swimming, playing, enjoying, no? See, there is flood. I agree. There is a difficult situation. Flood is there, too much water clogging has happened. But what they are doing? They are swimming in the water and they are screaming and they are enjoying. If it was drowning and screaming, then it would have been wrong. Because I would say drowning, or you that much flood, they are drowning and they are screaming for help. See the verbs that they have used. Swimming and screaming, not drowning and screaming. If it was drowning and screaming, then okay, they are not enjoying. They're really, that much water is there. They're not able to breathe. They're screaming for help. But here they're swimming. Okay, let us see. Let's see the another sentence. A whale of time was found washed ashore on the beach and people gathered to see it. Enjoyment came on the shore and people were seeing it. Doesn't make sense. Our family had a whale of time last year when we went on vacation to Himachal Pradesh. Yes. So A and 1 and 3. We are having option 1 and 3. B. Option B is the correct answer. Moving on. The word is cynosure. Used correctly. Where? What is the meaning?
A person or thing that is the center of attention.
Okay, center of attention. The weather was very cold that I had a center of attention in my nose. The potholes and debris collected on the arterial road were a cynosure of the commuters. Might be 50-50. Let us put here 50-50. Kindly read the third and fourth sentence. My sister and I were the cynosure of all eyes when we entered the office. We just had been awarded special positions in the organization. 100%. Center of attraction. So this is 100% meaning we are here 50-50. And the manager's promise to pay rise was met with a cynosure by all of us. 50-50. Okay, center of attraction it became. But 100% which is giving us the meaning. Option 3 is the most appropriate.
How many questions might be enough for this topic?
3 or 4. Because here no multiple topics are coming together. The correct use of the word and correct use of phrases eliminate. So maybe 3 or 4.
Definitely, we cannot get the question.
Right?
Here we have Google, so we are searching. But
That is the reason I'm telling you that these words, you make a note of the words that you are learning. And this is how when you are when you are like, in your meantime, when you are attempting the PYQPs, also make a list of the words, the list of phrases, the list of idioms, and study that. And that will help us see. Vocabulary is very important. Though these words are not a part of our day-to-day life, but still they are important in the examination point of view. I have picked all of these questions from PYQPs. Again, something similar. Connoisseur. I kept both of them together so that we should remember.
an expert judge in matter of taste.
Matter of taste. Okay. A new connoisseur was posted in the town to bring order. Taste. Only a connoisseur can tell the difference between fake painting and original painting. Ayo, he is the taste person. How he can do the painting ka difference? Not proper. Connoisseur and a no voice can be given the same job to control law and order. Not possible. This is about taste. Law and order will not help. Every thief is a connoisseur of sorts when it comes to escaping the law. Again, something related to law. So tell me which is.
Painting.
Hmm?
Painting must come at a taste.
Yes.
Actually,
Yes, it comes under taste because taste is not specifically related to food. Sometimes we'll say, your dress is very good, you've got a good taste. So it doesn't mean that it's about food, it's about the choice. So if we look at this answer, we think this is not correct use, correct? Let us now, since we know the meaning, it's about good taste or it's about good choices. So we think this might not be the correct option and a no voice can be given. How can a connoisseur and no voice be given? A person with a good taste and a person who does not know anything can be given the same job to control law and order. Is it possible? No, it doesn't sound appropriate in a sentence. A connoisseur can tell the difference between the fake and the original. So he's an intelligent person, he has a good taste, so he will be able to tell the difference. A connoisseur was posted in the town to bring order. What order? Which kind of order? Again, this sounds a little bit incomplete. So we cannot accept this one. The correct answer will be a smart person, or intelligent, or a knower, or a person with good taste in painting. Okay, which one is using the idiom correctly? Let me just see the idiom. Idiom has not been underlined according to me. Okay. This is the underlined word. Since it is italicized, it is not appeared here. Okay. What does dead letter mean? Remain dead letter.
Unclaimed or undelivered.
Unclaimed or undelivered. Okay. For a very long time, some of the provisions of the criminal code were remained a dead letter. Many of the schemes to benefit the poor and marginalized are announced during election campaigns, but many of them remain dead letter. The opening of the newest facility in airport was a dead letter. Which one is the correct use? Remain unclaimed. So if I look at the campaigns and election benefits, they have not been claimed. Correct? So this sounds correct. For a very long time, some of the provisions of the criminal code remain dead letter. What do you think?
One and two.
These were also not brought to any use. There were some provisions, but for a long time it was not brought to any use. So we might say first one is also correct. Opening of the newest facility letter for a day of flyers. No, that doesn't sound appropriate, or it does not even convey the appropriate meaning. So 1 and 2 are correct. Again, you can make the note of this word and you can see it. Should we move on to the next category, or we need to solve some more examples?
Aggressive.
Okay. Put it in a sentence and tell me. See, if we need to solve some examples, I still have 3-4 examples. Or we might want to move on, we can move on to the next category. What is the meaning you said?
A.
A is the correct answer. Very good and quick. In the examination also we need to be quick. Should we go on to the next category of questions? Or do we need to see a few more examples? Tell me. We are having 3 more examples. Let's quickly finish it off. Nadir. Tell me the meaning of Nadir first.
The lowest or most unsuccessful point in a situation.
The lowest or most unsuccessful point. So continuing, which of the words are stating the appropriate meaning of Nadir? Lowest point. So Tenzing Norgay reached the lowest point of the Mount Everest summit and created history. Feeling lowest, no? What is the meaning?
Lowest or most point.
The most unsuccessful point.
Most unsuccessful point. So this person reached the Mount Everest and he felt most unsuccessful. Do you think that sounds good? Put it in the first sentence and think. No, right? The Satya Academy Award was announced in recognition of the Nadir. Most unsuccessful? No.
Is that D?
Okay, let us put this. And the nadir of a man's life comes when he feels happy. At the most unsuccessful point, people will feel pain, or they will feel hard, or they'll feel sad, but they will not feel happy. The recent court ruling sentencing the politician on criminal charges marked the most unsuccessful part of his political career. Correct? As Divya said, D is the correct answer. Moving on, next question. Ephemeral. Lasting for a very short time. Okay. The cooling glasses that I wear are ephemeral, light but unbreakable. Cooling glasses that I wear are ephemeral, lasting for a short time. What do you think about this sentence? Huh? Might be. Okay, we are not sure, but this might be. Lasting. All things ephemeral tend to have a lasting impact on our culture and civilization. No. It is contradictory. Our life is on the planet. Our life on this planet is ephemeral, but spirit is eternal.
Option.
Option C sounds very nice, no? Life is temporary, but spirit is eternal. Sounds very good. The new dust that we have brought is ephemeral and sturdy and will be stable for long. Are ephemeral is short, and how this will be there for long? Contradictory. So cooling glass, we give up on this. I think we should give up. Next one. Which of the following sentences use the idiom correctly? When we vent our spleen. Vent our spleen. Please see the meaning of the idiom. What does it mean? When we vent our spleen, we generally feel good. Vent our spleen.
To express your anger or frustration.
I'll tell you one thing. Vent your anger and you'll feel better. Vent your sorrow and you'll feel better. Sometimes you'll say, Arey, what is there in your mind? No, you just speak it off. You remove it. You'll feel better. Sometimes, people are emotional. Like, hey, vent off your emotions. You'll feel better. And then what you are feeling inside you, you express it out. You'll feel better. See, seeing this one word only, we got to know. Vent your spleen means vent what? Vent your?
To express our anger or frustration.
So spleen, vent something. So what the use, looking at the use of the idiom, which sentence do we think expresses it correctly? Vent your spleen and you'll feel good. Okay, vent your anger, you'll feel good. Vent your emotions, you'll feel good. First is correct. No? Consult a doctor for controlling the damage of your system when you vent your spleen. It's related to something that is intangible, right? And emotions. Okay. His latest article on the newspaper vents his spleen on bureaucracy and prevalence of red tapeism. So in the last article, he's vented his spleen, talking about bureaucracy. Which one is correct?
Though I don't know the third option, but still we can choose one.
See, in the last article, he vented his spleen. He brought out all his emotions. He brought out all his anger, writing about the bureaucracy and the prevalence of red tapeism. So whatever is negative happening or related to bureaucracy, he removed his anger. He expressed his anger. So 1 and 3 are correct. Because if we see, 1 is not alone in the sentence. Either it's 1 and 3, either it's 1 and 2. So we'll go with the option 1 and 3 is correct. Next one. This is the last one. Red flag to a bull. The poor subordinates are made scapegoats for misdeeds of their supervisors. See, here there is a red red rag to a bull is the idiom. Some of the sentences it is used, the meaning of idiom is used. Now you have to tell me which is the correct meaning of the idiom used. You got? It's a little complicated, right? We are having an idiom. On top of that, they have used the meaning of the idiom. Provokes, you think provoke, or you have checked that the meaning is provoke? You didn't check. Well, in that case, the answer is B, not C. The answer is B. You want me to go back to the question? Yeah. My animations are coming. Yeah. My animations are always coming like one. Yeah, B. I checked here. Yeah. I don't know. On my phone, it is the slideshow is coming properly, but when you put here, it's just the animations are coming a bit forward. I don't know why. Never mind. The answer is provokes. Red rag to a bull, meaning provoke. Okay, fill in the blanks. Too much. One blank and that much to read. Okay, so they are asking us to fill the blank one. Remember, sometimes they'll make this and they'll ask you to fill the blank 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, whichever. And sometimes some of the questions they've given the opening sentence, they've given phrase, they've given 4 sentences, and they've given the closing sentence. We had that example yesterday also. You remember? Yesterday, not day before. The last class we had an example. Like there was an opening sentence, they had given 4 different sentences, and they gave one closing sentence. So we had to fit the center with the appropriate sentence to make a meaningful paragraph or meaningful like short paragraph. Okay, so here we are only going to fill the blank. So there are 2 types, fill in the blanks. There are different also. So one word substitutions are also there in the fill in the blanks. But these kind of questions have been asked. Okay, do you want me to read? Over the past decade, the sunflower sea star has gone from a predator of the Pacific Ocean to nearing extinction. The Nature Conservancy estimates that 5.75 billion sunflower seed stars died over the 3 years. A 94% global dash. The cause, scientists say, is largely climate change and warming waters. We get the point what they're trying to speak about. Dash by sea star wasting disease. Hope is slowly on the horizon. The Birch Aquarium at Scripps Institution of Oceanography near Saint Dagio successfully dashed 3 sunflower sea stars recently, the latest success story in a sprawling collaborative effort. So here they're talking about some sunflower sea stars who died recently because of the climate change. Then they are saying hope is on the horizon. Means in the adversity also there is some hope. What is the hope is the Birch Aquarium of Oceanography near this successfully dashed 3 sunflower seeds. So successfully they decline sunflower seeds, they fall out, they increase, they spurt. What is spurt, by the way? SPURT? So according to this, spurt will not be the answer, right? It could be something else. Maybe increase, maybe decline. What do you think of decline? Successfully decline 3 sunflower stars recently, the latest success story in sprawling. So decline.
First one might be
They've given. We are seeing the first one only. Why I was focusing on the third one, I don't know. Yeah. First one is decline. A sentence is missing in the paragraph given below. Hi. Since you've just joined, I'm going to tell you we are looking at fill in the blanks. We've already finished some of the parts. Now we're looking at the fill in the blanks, and here we are supposed to fill out the blank one. And we said the answer is decline. Okay, moving on. The second one. So they've asked us what they've asked us to do. Sentence is missing in the paragraph given below. Decide which blank 1, 2, 3 or 4 will fit best. So this is the opening sentence, and these are the 4 options. Okay. Sorry, what happened? Yeah. When we consider the subject of style in general, we notice that there are great efforts. Oh, sorry. When we consider the subject of style in general, we notice that there are great differences in this respect among nations as well as among individuals. Okay. Now the next sentence we need to find out. Style refers to the choice and arrangement of words and may be defined as a peculiar manner in which thought is expressed in a language. So what will come next? Such differences as these may always be found. Dash Oriental literature, great licenses allowed to immigration in European. It is held under strict control in Europe itself. There are strongly marked varieties of national taste. In every nation also there is a distinctive style at different periods. Besides this, we have to consider the personal peculiarities of individual author, which are so strikingly manifested that man's writings have come to be considered as much as a mark of himself, of his face or figure. 4 totally different sentences, right? Which one fits best? See, this is the opening sentence, this is the sentence, and after that we need to put one sentence after this. So which one fits best? Style refers to the choice and arrangement of words which may be defined as a particular manner in which thought is expressed in a language. So there's writing style in which one expresses his or her thoughts about a given topic. Do we think second one fits? Let's do the elimination. Second one, according to me, is a big sentence and it doesn't fit well. Does it fit? Because we are talking about individual choices and style of writing. Suddenly we cannot jump to talking about Europe, right? Can we jump? No, we cannot jump, right? Yes or no? We should not jump. Yeah. So we cannot jump to considering Europe here. And that is the reason I feel personally. I don't know. What do you feel? I feel this is not worth consideration. Writer as a community of writers we should consider, right? The author, the writer, the philosopher, anything as a community of authors or a community of writers. We don't need to go nation. We don't need to go to their nation, right? That is irrespective of the nation they come from. The style of writing doesn't matter. So we've just eliminated these 2. Besides this, we have to consider personal peculiarities. We already said there is a great differences when it comes to different individuals. So again, we will say the same thing. There are personal peculiarities. Well, the first and the fourth one mean the same. So since it carries the same meaning, this one is also not correct. If I read the sentence, differences with respect among nations as well as among individuals, style refers to the choice and arrangement of the word which may be defined as a particular manner in which thought is expressed in a language. Such differences as these may always be found. Correct? Yes or no? No. Already we told style, we told about the nation, we are telling about style. Again, why you want to bring different nation as example? That's not required. We need to stick to the point and make it meaningful. Sentence is missing in the paragraph given below. Decide which blank fits the best. Okay. So from that tradition, wait, yeah, from that tradition, many of our intellectuals are visibly turning away. And then we have the sentence. The word ancient emphasizes the fact that the intellectual freedom is a deep-rooted tradition without which our characteristic Western culture would not doubtfully exist, could only doubtfully exist, or would not exist. Okay, tradition, many of our intellectuals are visibly turning away. Then one more sentence, and then saying that the word ancient emphasizes on the fact that intellectual freedom is deep-rooted tradition without which our characteristic Western culture could only doubtfully exist. So what we would do is we'll read a sentence, we'll put this, and we'll read the next sentence, and we'll see what makes sense. Try and do it this way, and we'll see which one fits best. They have accepted the principle that a book should be published or suppressed, praised or damned, but not its merit, but according to political expediency. The others who do not actually hold this view assent it from sheer cowardice, but at least let us have no more nonsense about defending liberty against fascism. If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. The common people still vaguely subscribe to that doctrine and act on it. In our country, it is the liberals who fear liberty and the intellectuals who don't want to dirt on their intellect. It is to draw attention to the fact that I have written this piece. Which one fits best? Hmm? Okay. See here, no? From the tradition, people are turning away. Okay, that is one fact. Second, why people are, the author is trying to say that the freedom of tradition would not have existed. The word ancient emphasizes on the fact that ancient freedom is deep-rooted tradition without which, it's a deep-rooted tradition without which our characteristic culture also would not have existed. Okay, now they are saying that they've accepted the here they is the authors, they've accepted the principle that big book should be published, suppressed, raids, not on its merit but on the political. So if the political view is I must say racist view, none of the political governments are racist, still I'm giving that example. If it is racist view, then my book also has to should not defend racism, should be for racism only. You got, I might be writing with the political view only, I should not go against the political view, okay, of any particular a given country or a given time, okay, in a given country at a given time. I should not be writing against the political view. The others who do not actually hold this view, they are either they are coward, they don't want to come out and speak, or they don't want to have any more nonsense talking about their liberty, defending their liberty. And if liberty means anything, it means the right to tell people what they don't want to hear. Well, here I don't think it's about liberty, is it? Is it about liberty? It's not about liberty, right? It is about the writing and how the intellectual freedom has been deep rooted in the tradition without any characteristics, without the character.
These are questions coming from the character.
No. This particular paragraph and particular question. The previous is done. So these kind of questions are asked. They'll have the opening sentence, they'll have a blank, we need to fill the blank and make it meaningful. So we're trying to see which one fits best. So the sentence, then the blank. Yeah? Makes sense? See, we need to spend some time on it. In your meantime, you spend some time on it, reading the first sentence, putting up the blank, then putting the third sentence, and then see whether or not it flows in a logical way. It makes sense. The next one, again we have a paragraph. So we have the starting sentence, we have a blank, we need to fill the blank, and these are the options. It is the height of selfishness for men. Okay, first we have to see. Nay, education would even help them in the performance of the narrowest sphere of womanly duty. So we have this as a starting sentence, then we have the blank, and then we have, we have the sentence which has to be put in the blank. Yeah, I think nay, education would even help them in the performance of the narrowest sphere of woman's duty. It is the height of selfishness for men who fully appreciate in their own case the great advantages of good education to deny these advantages for women. Got the point? Education for men versus education for women, denial and acceptance. These are the thoughts that are being expressed. Now, the first one, there is no valid argument by which the exclusion of the female sex from the privilege of education can be defended. Okay? It is argued that women have their domestic duties to perform, and that if they were educated, they would bury themselves in their book and have little time for attending the management of their household. Ayyappa, see, they have their household duties, so if they put their heads in the book, they will not have time to do the household work. But women are no more liable to this temptation that men, and most women would be able to do their household work all the better minds and in the intervals of leisure with a little reading. Little reading. Much is not required. For education involves knowledge of the means by which health may be preserved that enables a mother to consult such modern books as will tell her how to rear up her children to healthy men and women and skillfully nurse them when disease attacks her household. Quite a few good points, right? Stating the merits of education, and it is telling the merit of education. It is saying it's no more required. It is saying it is no exclusion, and it is saying that array, do it in your free time. Full schooling is not necessary. Considering the opening sentence, even help them in the performance of the narrowest sphere of womanly duty. It is the height of selfishness for men who appreciate their own case and the great advantage for good education to deny these advantages to the women. So he's saying, array, should not deny this education for a woman. So what would stand correct is, if a woman is educated, what she will do, she will nurse her children properly, she will educate her children, she will teach them manners. If any disease is there, she will know how to get out of that situation where people in her household are not feeling well, and she will skillfully nurse them. So that is the reason women should be educated. Makes sense? So we will remove this one argument that array exclude the women. Not required. They are telling the correct way, the correct logical sense would be that okay, there's no denial that there are certain advantages for education, and what are the advantages is something that we need to mention in the blank. So the correct answer would be blank number 4. Got it? How I solved it? Was it difficult? Does it make sense the way I've solved the answer? Yeah, the way I've arrived to the answer, or the way I've solved the question. See, it's a bit difficult, I know. Don't stare blankly. We need to practice it. That is the reason we need to practice it. If I had, I would have first given you the shortcut. Well, this is the shortcut. Read the first sentence, read the last sentence, and you see it, it's done. There's no shortcut. That is what I'm saying. This is difficult. It has to come by practice. First, what you should do, you should see, like the first sentence, okay, it is talking about women's right to education. the second sentence is saying, okay, there is not saying that there is no advantage. It is to say that there is some advantage. So the third one will be saying the advantage, no? I like cat. I have a pet cat. My favorite pet animal is cat. Saying that my favorite pet animal is cat. I have a pet cat. And I have a pet cat because I like cats. Sequence will be right. Okay. So in this way also we need to sequence it. Okay. What they've asked us, blank number 3. So we'll not skip the 2. We'll just try and read and we'll make meaning of what should come here. No, I've moved on to the first one. Okay. So we need to fill the blank number 3. So we'll read the sentence and we'll see what fits better. To avoid various foolish options which mankind holds, no superhuman genius is required. A few simple rules will keep you, not from all error, but from silly error. If the matter is one that can be dashed by observation, make the observation yourself. Aristotle could have avoided the mistake of dash that women have fewer teeth than men by simple device of asking Mrs. Aristotle to keep her mouth open while he dash did not do so because he thought he knew. Thinking that you know when in fact you don't is a fatal mistake to which we are all bound. Forget this one. So what do you think? Silly error if the matter is that can be done by observation. Let me also try to put some words while writing, so at least we will know what according to me. See, here you can do like this. I'm giving one shortcut now, though it's not a shortcut, but at least leave it. Okay, a few simple rules will help you, not far from error, but from silly error. If the matter is one that can be done by observation or solved by observation or proved by observation, make an observation yourself. Aristotle could have avoided the mistake of stating, this is temporary to make some meaning of what they are trying to say. Stating that women have fewer teeth than men by simply asking Mrs. Aristotle to open her mouth and count her teeth. Correct? Correct? Makes sense? Okay. So what is the what should I put in the blank?
Right.
And
what are the options that price justified?
These are to be filled with those 5 dash.
Oh, I think it should be blank number 5 here. The answer is commit. Aristotle would not have. I should not commit myself until I see one and join. The answer is commit. Got? So while reading the sentence only, you should try and think of the words that would fit best, and then while coming to the blank, we should see from the options. Okay? Actually, what has happened is I have to put here option 5 and next one is option 3. There's the same paragraph. Next one is option 3. So first let us solve the option 3. Solve option 3. We should have counted, no? Correct, no? What did I say here? If he done the observation and not stated, and he could have counted, right? Yeah. So here the answer is counted, because you would have asked Mrs. Aristotle to open her mouth and counted her teeth, no? Rather than saying women have less teeth than men. Correct? So he did not while he counted. See, women have asked fewer teeth, but by simple device, by asking Mrs. Aristotle to keep her mouth open while he counted, he did not do so because he thought he knew. Thinking that you know when the fact is you don't, and it is a fatal mistake to which we all are We all are. What we all are? What word should I put here? To which we are all. Okay. I believe myself that hedgehogs eat black beetles because I have been told that they do. If I were writing a book on the habit of hedgehogs, I should not, I should not, I should not say it, no, until, I should not say it until I should not commit to saying it that hedgehogs do eat beetles until I prove it. Until I had seen one enjoying. Okay? Blank number 5. Don't go. This is blank number 3 options. My slides have got switched. I have put options for third one on the fifth one and fifth one on the third one. So for this one, for the third one, option is counted, and for the fifth one, it is. For the fifth one, it is commit. I should not commit. Okay? Next one. The passage given below has numbered blanks. Select the most appropriate option to fill in the blank number 3. Moving on. Over the past decade, the sunflower seed. We've done this? No, we didn't do the blank. Over the past decade, the sunflower sea star has gone from a predator of the Pacific Ocean to nearing extinction. The Nature Conservancy estimates that 5.75 billion sunflower sea stars died over 3 years, a 94% global dash. The cause, scientists say, is largely climate change and warming waters. Dash by sea star wasting disease. Hope is slowly on horizon. The Birch Aquarium at Scripps Institution of Oceanography near Saint Dejo successfully dashed 3 flowers, 3 sunflower sea stars recently. What do we think? Successfully? We've already read this paragraph. Spawned, right? We've read this paragraph only in the previous one.
What is the meaning of that?
Check. Today I'm not going to give you. See, if we don't even know the meaning. Now here's the trick. See, spawned the 3 sunflower sea stars recently. Okay, the latest success story in spawning. Now you got. They've already given us the hint here. Got? Read the sentence. Spawned 3 successful stars recently, and that became the latest success story in spawning collaborative effort. Moving on. Again, number 3. No, I've already done this. We often come across. Okay, we have the sentence here. On the other hand, we find persons engaged in worse types of practices living in peace and prosperity. We often come across situations and incidents which appear quite contradictory to the known laws of nature, creating doubts about impartiality of divine justice. We've already done this yesterday, right? Yes? Tell me, what is the answer? We did this question yesterday. Corrupt living practices, blank, and blaming the divine. So what will stand in the blank? I realize people are not attentive in the class. Will I remember the option? A day before the last class. We did this, no? We did this question. So when we are saying, we are questioning that there are a lot of corrupt practices, we need an example, and then this brings us to question the divine, where bad is happening to the people who are doing the good, and good is happening to the people who are doing the bad. and this brings us to understand that the blank 2 is the most appropriate fit. Moving on, an idler wins the jackpot and person who is working hard is not getting anything. So that's where we are questioning, Are God, what is happening? This person, Papa, is working and that person sitting idle in the house, he just purchased ticket and he got jackpot. Okay, there's a sentence that is missing in the paragraph below. Look at the paragraph and decide which blank fits best. The internet addiction is a modern affliction spreading wide as our society becomes increasingly dependent on it. The US and China have started rehabilitation centers for compulsive users of the internet, and even India must consider proactive measures with regard to this problem. So this is the sentence, here is the blank, and we have the third sentence. So which one fits best? It is no longer a mere medium of communication but is evolving into virtual reality. Option 1. Neuropsychiatric opinion holds that internet addiction is like a substance abuse. It thrives on instant gratification and can cause behavioral alterations. So what? Which one? So first they are saying that there's addiction of internet. Second one, US and China have started some rehabilitation centers for these people with obsessive compulsive disorders. So we think option 4 or blank 4 fits the best. Everybody agrees? Everybody agrees? Why blank 4? It's still defining the compulsive issues, right? Yeah. But if I put this issue after the first sentence, internet addiction is a modern affiliation spreading wide in our society, and people are becoming increasingly dependent on it. And then I'm saying it thrives on instant gratification and cause behavior alterations. Does that sound good? Or I must say it is no longer a mere medium of communication, but it is evolving into a virtual reality. What fits best out of the two sentences? What's your name? Okay, Pooja, think what fits best.
Can you think of that? I'm not able to.
Yeah. So this is the first one. So it's no longer a medium of communication, but is evolving into a virtual reality. Neuropsychiatric opinion holds that the internet addiction is like a substance abuse. No. This is the first one. This is the second. This is the third, and this is the fourth sentence. This is one, the US and China. And then this is second. Yeah. I have a pet cat. I love cats. Cats are all around. So I have a pet cat. After that, think in a logical way. See, I'm here directly saying people are becoming dependent on it. Then I must say that, okay, it was used for communication. Now it is no longer communication. It has become a virtual reality in itself, and people are engaged into that so much that they've become obsessive. I cannot eat if I don't have my phone. Yeah, my appetite. It's not the third one. That is the reason I'm prompting. It's not the third one. It's not the fourth one. That is the reason I'm prompting you all. See, internet addiction is became too much. Earlier it was only communication. Now people are too much engrossed into it. It has become virtual reality. Because of this virtual reality, people are so much engrossed into it that it has become one compulsive. It has become like an obsessive compulsive disorder in the young individuals who cannot eat without their phone. The first thing they wake up and they do is see their phones. And the government has realized it is a huge problem. People are not able to concentrate, or people are not able to lead their lives, and that is why they started rehabilitation centers. You got the logic? First is internet, lot of misuse or excessive use or abuse. Lot of use, excessive use is abuse. Abuse, how? Effects of the abuse, and then the rehabilitation. So that is the sequence it should go, right? So this is the last sentence that should come in the paragraph. After this, we should keep the first sentence. It is no longer a medium of communication, but has become reality. And because of this, and the last one will be to solve this issue, US and China have taken some steps. Got it? See, if we see all the sentences, no, they are all meaningful. Blank one. It is no longer a mere medium of communication, but is more into virtual reality.
So you told that the US and China is first. You told the first one is the US and China.
Should I recheck on the slides? Yeah, it is just because of the alignment that I thought this is the first one. The second one, -2, -3, -4. Yeah, yeah, because of the alignment. If we consider this being the first one, then also it will make sense, right? But still something is missing here, correct? Yes. Let me go back to this question and I will see if there's any fourth blank or not. Okay, and then we will see what fits best. Because see, look at the paragraph and decide which blank fits. So we have sentence 1 and we need to have sentence 2 and then the blank, right? We need to check this question again to see one blank is missing or not. Okay, moving on. No. Wait, let me check here. Because of the animation and alignment only, I'm having some crisis today. We often come across situations. No, not this question. Okay, this is the opening sentence. This one, opening sentence, and then we have the blank, and this is the closing sentence. All right, according to the question. I assumed here the same thing. Opening sentence, blank, and closing sentence. This was my assumption. But in this case, I'm sure that this is the opening sentence. This is the closing sentence. I should not touch this. This is the closing sentence, and then we have the blank. So blank is the opening sentence, then option 1, which is this, and then the closing. Then first sentence, option 2, which is this, then the closing. Then option 3, which is this, and the closing. And fourth option is missed out. Fourth option is missed out. But never mind, fourth option is not the answer. Yeah. It is also necessary to consider more meaningful aspects of literacy if we are to complete the transition we are in. Literacy has traditionally been described as the ability to read and write. UNESCO defines literacy as the ability to identify, understand, interpret, create, communicate, compute, and use printed and written materials associated with varying contexts. Literacy involves enabling individuals to achieve their goals, to develop their knowledge and potential, and to participate fully in their community and wider society. It is no longer sufficient to consider whether a student can read and write. This blank, the UNESCO defines. This one. No, the answer is the UNESCO defines. Now
Everything seems to be correct.
yes.
Is there any parameter that we check?
See, if what we should do is we should start with the opening sentence and we should see in a logical way what fits better in the sentence arrangement. That is the reason we are trying to arrange the sentences.
It has to be some
Yeah.
way. Otherwise, it cannot be fluke. If it is a fluke, then you can only.
No, you cannot do fluke here.
Yeah, even if your English is good, still you will not.
We
be able
cannot.
to write
No,
it.
we will not be able to, because what happens is the way we have understood sentence structure or paragraph formation is that there should be an opening sentence which should define the topic. The first one has to explain something about it, body, and then the closing. And in this also, we should try and find out what fits best as a second, or the in continuation to the first sentence, what fits best. And this is the reason this is the most, I would say personally, I felt that this is the most difficult part of the examination. Because the more you read all the other sentences and you try to make meaning out of it, they are going to stick to that particular topic only. That is the difficult part. And so we should rely on examples. These all answers have already come. Next one, again we have fill in the blanks, which have where we should put some definitions or like words, and that also we have like all the 4 options that we should fill. So let's go with the. We've already done this, right? Indigenous type, tribe, contemporary times, enzymatic what? Enzymatic culture, and tableau. This was from the yesterday's examples. Next one. The volcano had been inactive for centuries. There was a little warning of the coming dash, although one account by archaeologist dash. Let's try and fill the first one of the coming. Either it is outburst or eruptive. Eruptive doesn't sound good, right? Or it should be eruption, correct? So the answer could be outburst. I'm so sorry. Okay. So we are going to try and eliminate incorrect options in this one. So we think, oh, like yesterday, what we are going to do, we are going to try and eliminate the incorrect ones. So first one, warning of the coming, either it could be outburst or it could be eruption, right? Eruptive will not come. So let us consider option 1 and option 2. This is not going to work. First only we are going to eliminate the incorrect options. Second one, although one account by archaeologists dash that the hard rain and strong wind had disturbed the dash. Archaeologists detected or revealed. Maybe both sound good. Archaeologists detected that it will cause certain effects, or they revealed. Let us see the third one to be very sure. Disturbed the dash calm during the preceding night. Dash calm, heavenly calm or supernatural calm?
We have cancelled the first option, so why do we?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Good. So, eternal calm or supernatural calm? Eternal calm or supernatural calm? What sounds good? First of all, I don't think limited would sound good. No, right? So, the outburst of the volcano was detected by the archaeologists. The supernatural calm was disturbed. And what to say? Dash rock down above, then completely burying the city, filling the harbor with dash lava, with concrete lava and blood rock down. Option C. We thought it was D.
How come coming eruptive comes outburst?
Let me check. The answer is D only. I just want to be sure the answer is D only. Okay. Next one. Oh, my fourth option is not visible. Never mind about the fourth option. Okay, never mind the fourth option. It's with both barely. I'm not getting this word properly. Even these. No, I don't think so it's going to work. It's just not come up properly. Like all the good things in this world, leisure too can be used properly or dash thoroughly. Leisure can be used properly or dash thoroughly. What do you think? First one. Leisure could be wasted, famished, abused. Used, abused, I think that goes well. Used properly or abused thoroughly. Or wasted. So we have these two options which we think are best fit among the three. So either wasted or abused. Famished will not work. What is the meaning of famished? Divya?
Extremely hungry.
Leisure cannot be associated with hunger. Okay, next one. Thoroughly, most people do not know how to use their leisure simply because they get it so dash, so rarely, readily. They get it so rarely because they get it so rarely. Some people keep wondering what to do, but by the time they dash to do something, it is already vanished. They decide. I think the third option here, decide, or they resolve also will be good. They resolve to do something, it is already vanished. Others dash around smoking, gossiping. Other loiter around or lounge around. Option 1 or option 3?
Option 1.
Option 3. Option 1. The animation problem. Answer is option 1. According to my notes, the option is answer 1. Okay. The seeming dash hummingbird is one of the toughest beasts in the animal kingdom. The seemingly delicate, the seemingly robust, vulnerable, fragile. Either it could be what?
Robust, strong.
Robust means the strong hummingbird, one of the toughest beasts. It should be opposite, na? To make a proper sentence. Either it could be delicate or it could be fragile. Okay? So it could be delicate or fragile.
Fragile is something
That is easy to break.
broken or damaged.
That is fragile. Easily broken, or delicate is also something like, a delicate darling. Okay, so seemingly delicate hummingbird is one of the toughest beasts. Seemingly fragile hummingbird is one of the toughest beasts. I think these two sound good, right? Let us see the next one to be sure. Among the 330 species, dash in diverse and often brutal environments, who survive or who thrive. Thrive. The better word is thrive. Who live or who grow or who are found, who thrive in the vulnerable environments or who thrive in the brutal environments. Still, we are not sure of the meaning. Let us say survive sounds good, but survive can also come. We'll do the third one to be sure. South America, they are living dash the edge of what's possible for vertebrates and they are mastering it. They are living in the edge or they are living at the edge? At the edge. So this makes us sure that first one is not the answer. They are living at the edge of what's possible for vertebrates and they are mastering it. This some author dash studied the captive hummer and lived 17 years. The geologist or the ornithologist? Ornithologist?
Study of birds.
Study of birds. So the person who studied birds captured it in 17 years he studied it, and that is the reason he gave us the conclusion. So with that elimination technique we found out until here we have got these three options correct. So maybe the fourth one also correct. At least we should be sure of at least two. Minimum two we should be 100% sure. Third should be 50-50. Then we can skip the fourth one and we will be very sure of the answer. Find the odd sentence. Yes, we'll take the break and again odd sentences. Wait. Here my animation problem will be there, so I'm going to tell you the answers from my phone. Okay. Or we want to do sentence structuring first and then go for the odd man? Everything is fine. We need to cover both today. What's this? Alright, so after we come, we are going to do odd sentence and then sentence structure, destructure. All right. I was checking through the question paper to see how many fill in the blanks questions are asked. So 2017 August 1. Next one 1 or 2. Not much. And yeah, I looked at this question because I picked it up from the paper. The paper I picked it up. It's the same way it is given. The Socrates the question. It starts with Socrates. This one. It's given the same way. So I believe, I feel, what they've said is there's a sentence missing. So since this is the sentence, the missing part should be here, right? Here, no? What do you think? It's given the same way in the question paper. So this is the fourth option. This is the third. Like one is this from here, Plato. Second is this, third sentence is this, and fourth one is this. You got? Arthaita?
Yes, ma'am.
So the opening sentence is this one only, and option 1 is here. Socrates has many. As a result, they held a trial and sentenced Socrates to death. Okay, that is the main sentence. Socrates had many disciples, and the greatest of these was Plato. Plato wrote several books which have come down to us. Option 1. It is through these books that we know a great deal of his teacher Socrates and Athenian government just after the time of Priscilla did not like the methods of Socrates. They told him that if he promised to give up his discussions with common people and changed his ways, they would pardon him and let him off. But Socrates refused to do so and preferred to drink a cup of poison which brought about his death to giving up, and he considered it to be his duty. So these are the 4 options, and which one fits best? Which one fits best? So we have the sentence and then we have this one. So which one fits best? The second one. They told him if he promised to give up his discussions with the common people and changed his way, they would pardon him and let him off. So
Second option, ma'am, they told you that you promised.
they told him if he promised to give up his discussions with the common people and change. No. Sorry. Good. It is through these books that we come to know that great deal of his teacher Socrates and Athenian government just after the time of Priscilla did not like the method of Socrates. As a result, they held a trial and sentenced Socrates to death. Got the point? So this sentence, and because they are saying, look at the paragraph and decide which the blank would fit the best. So if we see this sentence, it is through these books that we got to know a great deal of his teacher Socrates and Athenian government just after the time of Priscilla did not like the methods of Socrates. As a result, they held a trial and sentenced Socrates to death. So blank will come and then the sentence will come. Okay. Same way here also. First will be the blank and then will be the sentence. Why the miss happened is because what I did was, see, if you look here also, this is the fourth one. No, answer was fourth one. And I said I need to recheck. So I rechecked. So this is the blank and then is the sentence. So if you look at it in that way, then the sentence is missing in the paragraph. Look at the paragraph, decide which blank the following sentence would best fit. So if we read the fourth option, this one being the fourth option, the above is the third, this one is the second. Literacy traditionally means reading and writing is the first. Okay. So if we look at the fourth one, it is no longer sufficient to consider whether a student can read or write. It is also necessary to consider more meaningful aspects of literacy if we are to complete the transition we are in. Got? So first the blank, then the sentence. In these cases, but where we have opening sentence and closing sentence, So there it is a bit easy because we know that the opening part, we have the blanks and then we have the closing. So there it is easy. But in this case, the sentence will precede the blank will precede the sentence. To make it meaningful, we should see it in that way. See, somewhere we have opening and closing sentences. Here we have blanks. I don't know, I'm not getting the example as of now. Maybe it's in the mock question papers where opening and closing both the sentences are mentioned. And they are easier compared to these questions. You got the way we should solve the fill in the blanks? Still not convinced. A bit convinced? Moving on. Yeah, I should also let us know. You guys are also UPSC aspirants? No?
Yes.
Okay, even you. So for the UPSC, we have essay writing, thesis writing, and comprehension for prelims. We know that, right? For the mains, as we have the options here, there we don't have options. We have the question, we have rectify the error, spot the error, or make it more meaningful. We should understand the question, we should write the answer. No options. Synonyms are there, antonyms are there, article questions are there, conjunction, preposition questions are there. Synonyms, antonyms are there. What else is there? Adjective, tenses. These type of questions are there. So there's a question, there's a statement given, and we need to rewrite the correct form of sentence. Rewrite the correct form. Okay. Moving on. Oh my God. I should go from here. It'll be easy. Okay. Find the odd sentences. Four sentences are given. Choose the option that consists the odd sentence. A 2021 study showed that 94% of teachers in the US feel open to using digital resources to enhance in-class instruction. The answer lies in using digital resource intelligently. Reading the newspaper daily should become a habit with students and teachers alike. In current educational context, students continue to struggle and teachers feel burnt out. See? How many of us feel C is the answer? Let me see here because my animations are not working. Yeah, C. D. C and D. C and D and A. I'm trying to open my file. It is about digital resources. Second one also is about digital resources. Third one is about reading habit, which is newspaper. Fourth one is about struggles of the teacher. Which one is the odd sentence?
B, everything they are studying.
D. C. The three of them are about teaching and learning process. Only the third one is telling us that we should make reading newspaper a habit. Newspaper is a totally different topic, right? But the other three are talking about the teaching and learning processes, about digital resources. Teaching has become hard. Teachers feel burnt out, and that is why they are using technology to promote engagement of the students.
Newspaper is not digital.
Yeah. Moving on. Font. I'm the person who will first see the errors. 4 sentences are given. Again, an earthquake strikes without warning, and when it does, its power is immense. Imagine the power of something that can move an entire subcontinent. When an earthquake strikes, the world trembles. The power of cyclonic storm is such that the vast areas of the land get inundated and cut off from the rest of the world. D, very good. Why?
Because it's talking about cyclone.
Yes, the first 3 options are about earthquake and the fourth one is about the cyclone. So, some of these changes may produce desired positive results. In every nation, excellent teacher awards are given every year. Educational changes occur frequently in any national context. Others may cause frustrations among the main stakeholders, namely students and teachers. Which one?
D.
Think. A and D both are not the answers. See, looking at the first one, it is talking about some desired changes, right, which will lead to positive results. The second one is talking about recognition. The third one is again educational changes. The fourth one is also talking about some kind of change to happen because there's like prior this frustration and they want to make some changes. So the answer is B because this is about recognition, right? I have a BE degree in mechanical engineering from Anna University. I have a fair complexion, short hair, and smiling face, which my friends like about me. I would like to be considered for the post of service engineer in your company. I've been working as a superior in a manufacturing company for 4 years. These are very quick, and that is the reason we'll go very quick. It's very easy to spot, right? Any difficulties? No. Great. The world today is wanting in moral values. Is wanting in is not correct here. World peace cannot be established without moral foundation. Everyone, regardless of his or her attitude to religion, resents being called devoid of moral sense. As material civilization advances, the supply of available goods and services increase, man's needs also multiply. Very good. The answer is option D. Moving on, it is important to understand how work-based values inform behavior in the labor market. Employers value influence the selection process and their treatment of the current employees. Job seekers, including fresh graduates and employers, express values that are relevant to the workplace. Failure to absorb the new graduates into the labor market seriously affects social cohesion in the community at large. Wow, this is a bit difficult. Even I'm thinking work-based values and labor market, influence in the selection process, employers express values that are relevant to workplace, failure to absorb the values again. D? D? I should check actually, I'm getting a call. What do you think, Pooja? Wait. Community at large. The option is C. The answer is C. Think about it. Why should the answer be C? Can we pause this a minute? Yeah? Yes? We move on? An unsettled society is agnostic to creative liberty. Creativity requires freedom to flow and express itself, but it is also often curtailed by politico-religious authorities. Peaceful times always see proliferation in huh? proliferation in artistic and scientific works. The creative individual is being controlled through fear and restriction by policing forces.
Option D. See option B.
B, D. Rohan? B or?
B.
B. Pooja?
Actually, because the thought I'm not able to follow
Same here. Even actually, when I'm checking in my slides, I'm getting like I'm getting a proper font. Is that C? Let me check. Actually, I'm trying to open my presentation. We are on which slide? The world today and unsettled. See, see. It's a good font. It's a good one. But here I have a problem. I don't know why. This makes me laugh. Yesterday also, not yesterday, the previous class also, we had the
What is the meaning of the first option?
unsettled society is agnostic to creative liberty. So, society which is not what is agnostic? First, tell me that. Think. Against, is not allowing, or is curtailing, something like that. Correct? Doesn't allow. So if we look at the options, the first, second, and the fourth one, they are somehow trying to talk about why there is like trying to say that this is curtailed, the freedom is curtailed. People are not able to express because of their religion issues or because of their political issues. See, I am staying in this particular country, India. I cannot be biased to a different religion because in India we have freedom of religion, freedom of thought, right? I cannot say this religion is superior. Correct? Because the government or the constitution or say the law or say in this staying in this place, I cannot be writing against any other religion because this country promotes freedom of religion, right? So here also they are saying that there are reasons why people have not been able to express or follow. They're not able to express, either they are controlled through fear, they are controlled through restriction, they are controlled through religious or political issues, or they are controlled through agnostic creative liberty. Okay, and the only sentence which does not express the same meaning is the third one. Okay, the webs of spiders provide the most vivid example of animal structures built entirely in tension. Man has long used suspension bridges made of ropes of steel and concrete which bear loads in tension. Animals and birds are great builders using simple materials but employing sound engineering principles. Beavers and natural engineers that use tree branches to construct dams, the divided end being pressed into the walls. B, man, right? Rest of them are talking about the examples given. Examples are given about the animals except for the bee. Bee is talking about man. So animals, and spiders. Subsequent generations of kings hid their tombs in the Valley of Kings in an attempt to elude the robbers. The most imposing tombs are the famous pyramids shaped like the sacred mount where the gods first appeared in the creation story. The ongoing deciphering of, how do I pronounce? Hieroglyphic writings and research on the life of the peasants is answering several questions on Egyptian culture. The gigantic pyramids were conspicuous targets for tomb robbers whose plundering jeopardizes the hope of eternal life. Jeopardize. What do you think? Rohan, Pooja? I don't think so. Option A. See, option A is talking about tombs being hidden. Second one also talking about different tombs. Third one is not talking about tombs. The fourth one is also talking about tombs, right?
But the three of them are talking about Egypt from pyramids.
Yeah, but see, leave the pyramids. Think about the first one is not talking about the pyramids. The first one is talking about tombs. Second one, tombs. But again, pyramid. The third one is not talking about any tomb or any pyramid.
Egyptian culture is that
Culture, forget the culture. Egyptian culture has other things also, right? Correct? Yeah. The third one, again, it is talking about tomb or it is talking about Egypt. Pyramids and tombs. But this one is not talking about pyramids, tombs. That is why the reason is, the answer is the answer is third one. Okay, because it is talking about writings and research, how it has helped to understand about the culture. Well, in tombs and all, there is writings and there's research, but it's not related to tombs anyway. Sentence arrangement, the most difficult part, no? You have to deal with it. We cannot do anything. Okay, the way we discussed last time, we need to first find out the introductory statement, or the statement that could be or could possibly be an introduction to the rest of the sentences. And then we will also look at the options. After that, we'll again come and see which fits better, and we'll follow looking at the examples. All right? Okay. Let's dive into it. So we've got 5 sentences. The last sentence is fixed, and the others. So wait. Decide on the last sentence is fixed, and the others, when properly sequenced, form a coherent paragraph. Each sentence is labeled with a number. Decide on the proper order of the sentences and choose the correct option.
if the last sentence is fixed, then the option 3 should
Yeah, this can be eliminated.
3, 1, 2, 4, 5.
That quick. Okay, let's see. Do you want me to show the answer, or we want to read the?
I think it's 3, 1, 2, 4. Hello.
Very quick you were. How?
In options I sorted.
You sorted out from the option. We only eliminated this one. So how did you sort out from the options?
In the 3 options, the second option is 1, 1, 1, which is common.
Huh.
And if we see for the first and last,
Huh.
the next option is 2. Like the fourth option we have 2, and the next also we have the third. The second below. So if we do it like that, we get 3, 1, 2, 4, 5. In the option we have.
All right. So as she told, 5th one is being fixed. So we get this one eliminated. Okay. We'll still see the options, but we just want to be sure. Okay. Where's the pen? Yeah. Okay. So 5th one is fixed. That brings us to eliminate these. So remaining we have 3 pointers. We will see which one could be a possible introduction. So from 2, 3 and 4. So if I read the sentence 2, it starts with however. So that this couldn't be a possible introduction. Let us go to 3 and 4. Renter's insurance is an insurance cover not many are aware of. In such a time of crisis, it's a policy comes to help. So renter's insurance could be the possible introductory statement. After that, if we go and we see the next possible options, so this is talking about the renter's insurance, okay, which being an insurance cover. Many might even question whether it is all required, since it is assumed that landlord has insured his property. So many will assume that it is not required because landlord has already insured his property. So after this sentence will come. Okay, what after insuring the property? However, this does not necessarily imply that tenant's belongings, if damaged or stolen from within the property, will be covered. Correct? Correct? And then in such a time of crisis, we should need some help, and that time the insurance will come to some use. And since 5th is already fixed, we know the later sequence. Does that make sense? The first one directly, the question itself is eliminating the option. And the remaining we should see which is introductory statement. If we are sure 3 is the introductory statement, we just want to check with 1 and 2. Ashte. And then we are sure this is the option. This was very easy. If we get these kind of questions, we'll be able to answer without spending much time. Okay, moving on. Okay. Again, the last sentence is fixed. Are they saying something like that?
Yeah.
No, maybe not. No, maybe not.
The last sentence is fixed and others were properly sequenced.
No, I just pasted that one from question. We need to see the question. Don't go by that. Because here it is not. I believe it is not.
You the only answer is one.
No, this is not fixed. Here it is not fixed. That is the reason I'm warning you, don't go by this, because I duplicated the slide and I just pasted this one. The city-state of Singapore and Switzerland's Zurich were named as the most expensive cities in the world. The report ties this distinction where prices have increased by 19% according to the study, slipped to third, trying with Switzerland's Geneva. The rise of latter, which jumped from sixth place to the last year's list, was attributed to the strength of Swiss franc, along with high prices of groceries, household goods, and recreation. New York tied in with Singapore for first place last year. Singapore's costly transport and clothing were also noted. So first is fixed, right? So the introductory statement is fixed. What could be the second?
First one.
14523. So after this being most expensive, New York also tied in, and after that we think Singapore's costly transport and clothing were also noted, and 14523, and then we have the report on Switzerland's Geneva, and the rise of the next one is being reported because of the rise in prices. Does that make logical sense?
Try with this one. 1, 2, 4, 3, 5.
1, 2, 4, 3, 5. Okay, first what did we choose? 1, 3, 5, 4, 2?
Yeah, the first one. No, 1, 4, 5, 2, 3. First one.
Okay, so we've tried this one. Okay, now we should try this one. 1, 2, 5, 4, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 5.
No, 1, 2, 4, 3, 5.
Okay, this one we should say. We tried this one, right? We should try this one. Okay, let us try. One is already fixed. Second one, 2. The report ties distinction where prices have increased by 19%. So we have the report which is saying 19% of increase in the prices. And then we have slip to the third. Okay, see the important details. The rise of the latter, so latter is Switzerland here, which jumped from 6th on the last year's list, was attributed for this year.
No,
So
1, 2, 4. 1, 2.
according to me, 3 will come after 2 because they have looked at the report and then they are talking about the report. Correct, na? Because this slipped in and then they are talking about where it slipped in. Makes sense? 3 will not, I mean, according to me, 3 should come before 2. What do you think?
So 1, 3, 5.
Let's get to one option, okay? We are what did we say? If 2 comes after 3, so we get this answer, right? Try this one, 1, 3, 5, 4, 2. Does that make sense? 1, 3. Because see, here they are introducing 1 and 2. And then they are saying the rise of the later. Correct? Correct? Here they are having 2 people, 1 and 2, and they are saying the rise of the later one was attributed, and the rise of the later one came from the last year's list and is attributed to the rise of prices. Correct? So the first one is introducing 2 people, the second one is giving details about the second entity, and then 1, 3, and then we have Same thing, the different sentence talking about the increase of prices, because this one talking about price increase, right? Goods. The next sentence is talking about the increase of prices, and then we are saying overall it is observed that 19% increment has happened. And in this list, New York is also not behind. They have also come along. Make sense? Make sense? The answer is this one. See it again. Since this is the introduction, we have two entities. We are then talking about the second entity, and we are saying that there's a rise in prices. Okay. After that, we are saying that there was a rise in prices by 19%, and this is also Switzerland has also stepped in. Okay. After that, we are saying that okay, we are having Singapore also has costly transport. Then we are giving the estimation of how much rise, and then we are talking about okay, fine, New York is also there. So we are talking about two people, then we are giving details, and again we are introducing the third entity, and then concluding with the fourth entity array. This is also not behind. It's also jumped in. Kind of a bit, I must not say difficult, tricky. Yeah, tricky is the better word. A bit tricky. The answer is 1, 3, 5, 4, 2. Moving on. Last sentence is fixed. Okay. All right. Once again, the last sentence is fixed. Moving on, only 4 options to play around. Soon afterwards, a dinner was hosted in the crystal ballroom of the Biltmore Hotel in downtown Los Angeles.
2134.
That was quick. 21345. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences was founded in 1927. Okay. 2 seems to be the introductory sentence, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll go on with 2. And the next, we said 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, right? 2. Yeah, just finding out the introductory sentence. But we should be very sure. Very sure.
Yeah, it carry forward the next sentence.
Soon afterwards is not going to be the introductory statement. Agreed? Eliminate. While there were numerous points that were discussed that night, one of the prime objectives, while there were, do you think this could be an introduction? While there was also this. But something has to be there, not to say that okay, dinner party was hosted. While there was a lot of discussion around politics in the dinner party, people also spoke about educational advancement, right? So this could be probably a second or third sentence, depending on where its usage, but it cannot be the first sentence. Soon afterwards cannot be. The main motto of this meeting was to discuss the new organization's aims and goals. Which meeting? The main, some meeting has to be there. So one more sentence has to come here to say the motto of this meeting. So eliminating, fourth also be eliminated, third also be eliminated. Very good. Pooja, very quick that was. 2, 1, 3, 4, 5. Just by elimination technique. Okay. Coming on. The last sentence is not fixed here. Okay. Collective fear stimulates herd instinct and tends to produce ferocity towards those not regarded as members of the herd. And those for this reason, Paltoons are more prone to cruelty and superstition than brave men. Fear generates impulses of cruelty and therefore promotes such superstitious beliefs that seem to justify cruelty. So it was in the French Revolution when fear of foreign armies produced the reign of terror. Neither a man nor a crowd nor a nation can be expected to act humanely or think sanely when under the influence of great fear. Oh my God. 1, 4, 3, 5, 2. Okay, 1 is fixed, no? That's good. So we only need to work on 4 different sentences. Okay, wait a minute. So one is fixed. The second one we think, which one? Okay, which? 1, 3. Okay, 1, 3, 4, 5 and 2.
1, 3, 5, 4, 2.
1, 1, 3, 4, 5 and 2. I marked correct. What did you say?
3, 5, 4, 2. 1, 3, 5, 4, 2.
1, 3.
It's okay. Drawing like that, I think we got confused.
Yeah. Let's keep it. 1 and then 3. Okay. Collective fear stimulates herd instinct. Produce fear towards. Okay. 1, 3. Fear generates impulses of cruelty. Okay. 1, 3, and then 4. So it was in the French Revolution, and for this reason, 4, 5. Neither the man nor a crowd, and for this reason. Okay, makes sense. I read in the order. Rohan. 1, 3, 5, 4, 2. 1, fear generates neither a man. 4 and 2. Pooja?
No, I forgot what it said.
So, I think you said 1, 4, 3, 5, 2. If I am not mistaken. Just check it out. And meanwhile, let me also see the answer. Okay, this is collective fear, no? Said 1, 4, 3, 5, 2. Second option. Yeah, go through.
She said option 1.
Huh?
I said option 4.
You said option 4, she said option 1. Rohan?
Yeah, option 4.
Option 4. 2 people are saying option 4, 1 person is saying option 1. 1 and 4 are incorrect. Guys, 1 and 4 are incorrect. Think between 2 and 3. Think between 2 and 3. See, here we are introducing collective fear. Okay, I should say, like, when I should say where this collective fear started from, or to give some idea of why collective fear, or why suddenly we are talking about collective fear, right? So I'm saying that collective fear stimulates this, and it was in the French Revolution. So it was in the French Revolution when fear of foreign armies produced the reign of terror. And then I must say, and for this reason, when we are mentioning about cruelty and superstitions, okay? No, this will not stand. Sorry. First, I'm talking about collective fear, and then I'm saying it was during the time of French Revolution when fear of foreign army was there and it produced reign of terror. And then neither a man nor a crowd nor a nation can be expected to act humanly. We cannot expect people to act
No.
and sanely.
Your answer was second. No, 1, 4, 3, 5, 2. So you need to check for the third one. So after 4,
Yes. So if I go by 5, it will not make sense, right? Would it?
No.
No, let me not do up and down. Let me just go by the sequence. So first one, and then I'm saying in the French Revolution, it was the fear of foreign armies that produced terror. And because of this terror, fear was generated and people started to act cruelly against other. Now we cannot people to act sanely or to act properly when they are under this pressure, they are under this terror, and they are under the influence of fear. And for this reason, or it's kind of culmination. And for this reason, so and so, so and so. Got it? So the answer is B. No. Wait. Yeah, the answer is B. Moving on. Yeah. There's no last sentence fixed. We need to identify the sequence. In a formal relationship, on the other hand, feedback is given by an expert, usually an instructor, a more experienced colleague or a professor, or a professional editor. Having an editorial relationship is a crucial part of writing process as it helps in getting feedback on one's writing regularly. In No serious writer should go from draft to finished text without editorial assistance. In an informal editorial relationship, peers read and offer feedback to one another about their writing. This is because it is often difficult for a writer to view his or her writing from the perspective of an external reader. Okay, so first, this could be the introductory statement according to Pooja. Any other? No, introductory statement I'm saying. The first statement. According to Pooja, the introductory statement is true. Anybody else in disagreement with this? Anybody in disagreement with 2 being the introductory statement? We all agree? 2 can be the introductory statement. 3? Okay. So we have, so 1 cannot be an introductory statement, right? Okay, let me eliminate. It is because of on the other hand, and again, it is in continuation to something. So 1 is not an introductory statement. We have option 2 or 3 being the introductory statements, right? Okay. So let us continue thinking. Let us try and look at this one, 2, 3, 4, 1, 5. So having an editorial relationship is crucial point of the writing process as it helps in getting feedback on one's writing regularly. And no serious writer should go from a draft to finished text without editorial assistance. Do we think the other way around? No formal writer should go from draft to finished text without editorial assistance, and then having editorial relationship is important. First 3 and then 2, or 3 and then 5. 3, 5, 2, 1, 4, or 3, 2, 5, 4, 1. See, I'm asking you to choose between 3 being the introductory statement or 2 being the introductory statement. Tell me. 3, Pooja, you want to rethink? Because 2 is not the introductory statement. 3 is the introductory statement as per the answer given. Okay, so we need to choose between 1 and 3. Option 1 and 3.
No, if we
If 3 is the introductory statement, then first option is correct. Everybody agrees? Or the third option? 3, 2, 5, 4, 1. See, no serious writer should go from draft to finished text. No serious writer should go from draft to text without any assistance. Having an editorial relationship is important part of the writing process because it will help to get feedback. And why feedback is necessary? This is because it is often difficult. Feedback is necessary because it is necessary because it is difficult for the writer to see his work from the third person's view or a different perspective. So feedback offers a different perspective or a reader's perspective to analyzing or for their work, right? And after analyzing, now what happens while taking the feedback? There are 2 different views. One is the informal view where friends and peers are reading, and one is the formal view. Got? So first is reader needs writer needs someone. So serious writer needs someone. Why do they need someone? Because they need to get some feedback. Why feedback is important? Because it will help them to see their writing from a different point of view, from a different perspective. And if they want to see their writing from a different perspective, they can either go to their friends in the informal relations, where their friends and peers will look into it, or in a formal relationship, they will give it to some editorials or where an expert will look into their writing and suggest them different point of views or give them feedback. In short, got it? Makes sense? A little tricky again, because we will think no serious. We'll stick to the first phrase, no serious writer, and we will not consider. Or sometimes what will happen, we'll go with the formal and informal editorials, right? So that is the reason we first will find out what the passage is exactly talking about, to get a clear idea on what could be the possible sentence arrangement. Again, yeah, parakeets are warm-blooded, native to New Zealand, and have been known to make strange noises like barking, growling, and shrieking. They are characterized by their distinctive plumage alternating black and white feathers with colored head plumes. Young parakeets are also capable of swimming and diving even after merely hatching. A bird was almost hunted to extinction in the United Kingdom during the 19th century. They are still native there today, conservationists say. So first being the introductory sentence, or no? That is what, according to the option first, is the introductory statement talking about these birds, right? They are birds, na? They are birds. Okay, so we have the first one option already given to us. We need to figure out whether 2, 5 or 3 fits better. Fits 1, 2, 4, 5, 3. Okay. Pooja, Rohan. Huh? Option 1. Pooja, we'll give some time. Let me think. Let me also read. Why not 5 and 3? Yeah, we need to follow them. 1, 2, 4, 5, 3. So do we agree that second is the in continuation to the first, the second statement fits better? Okay, 1, 2 is confirmed. Let me 1, 2 is confirmed. Then how can I jump to saying it was almost hunted to extinction, and then I'm saying young parakeets? The B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Agree? Yeah. Moving on. We still have an hour. Okay.
Up to what time we have which class now? Till 1.
10 to 1. Almost 1 o'clock. We'll take 10 more minutes. Because I think this is the, no, this is not the end of slides. Okay, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to skip some 2 slides, 2 or 3 slides. Match the following. If we see some of the match the following questions, we would find that they are either matched with the synonyms, antonyms, or phrases and one word substitution. So what I'm going to do is, we are going to look at a few examples of synonym, antonyms, and we are going to look at a few examples of phrases. Okay? All right, makes sense? Okay, let's go. Gullible, jeopardy, tendency. Tell me which one you know. Gullible means what? Giant, protection, suspicious. Oh, this is antonyms, not synonyms. The opposite of gullible could be protection, suspicious, giant.
Jeopardy is a political word.
See the Google. Check with Google. I would suggest you check with Google. Check gullible. One of you check gullible. One of you check jeopardy. One of you check tendency. Teensy. I don't know how to pronounce this. Quick, and tell me.
It's dangerous, loss, not fail,
Okay, so the opposite would be?
protection.
Okay.
Tensy means tiny.
Tensy is tiny, so it will go, the giant will be the answer. For jeopardy, it will be protection. So let's see. So 3 is C, 3 is C. For 2, it should be B. Oh, 2, it should be A. So for 1, it should be B, right? Second option? Not necessary, we need to know all the meanings. At least if we know 1 or 2, we are able to answer the question. Moving on, synonyms. Guilt, inactive, circumvent. Guilt. What is a synonym? Inactive. Inactive. Agreed? So if I see inactive and lethargic where they are matched together, 2B, 2B. So I need to choose between C and D. Which one do I choose? Quick.
1A.
1A, 2B, 3C. Circumvent is escape. Check Google. Is circumvent escape?
No, guilt is escape.
Guilt is escape. I need to choose between the two. Come on, tell me. Which one should I choose? I only know one meaning. I need to know at least one more to be able to answer the question. Quick. Obstacle. To avoid. 1A, 2B, 3C.
Avoid, actually avoid, escape, ignore.
Escape is the correct answer for circumvent is escape. Okay. And stuck. Stuck will go with read. Talkative. Reticent. I gave the answer. Stuck is read. Talkative is reticent. I don't know morbid. So I just chose to focus on the answers that I knew. Antonyms. Oh, we already finished this one. Synonyms. Jolly. Hound. Okay. 2A. 1B. 2A and 3C. I just know one of the meanings and I've decided to go with second option. Hound is chase. I just knew hound is chase and I knew bereavement is deprivation. Okay, this one. State of absent-minded and dreaming. Tell me, this is easy. Hallucination, very good. So D is 1. So we are having two options to choose from. D is 1 here. Next two. Okay. The act of looking into one's mind. Introspection. You say na, hey, introspect on your deeds. Introspect means I want you to look into your own self.
An option nostalgia means really mixed with sadness.
Okay.
Recollecting the past.
Actually, D and C and D have same options.
Oh yeah. Let me check here. Okay, I want you to finalize one option based on how based on the meanings that you know, and you can let me know which one fits better. Yeah, forget. Just choose between the three. Choose between the three.
Then C.
Are you sure act of looking into one's mind is introspection? Act of looking into, okay, looking into my own self is introspection. If I'm looking into someone's mind, that is not introspection.
B. 4.
Hmm?
B.
B is the answer.
No, that pleasure mixed with sadness and recalling.
Huh.
That is not nostalgia.
Nostalgia. Okay. So B is 3.
Should be in B.
B is 4. No, B is not 4. B is not 4. Think. B is 1. Very good, Pooja. B is 1. Nostalgia is something else. Option 2 is the right answer. So false perception is nostalgia. Reality doesn't exist. So false perception is nostalgia.
Let's go.
Hallucination is moments in the past. She was hallucinating her husband even after his demise. Andre, her husband died. Still, she's hallucinating. She's thinking and remembering the happy and sad moments. Okay. The answer is not this. The answer is 2.
Nostalgia means a sentimental longing for the past.
Then what is pleasure mixed with sadness and recalling happy moments? I've already given you the answer. It's nostalgia. And hallucination is false perception.
Correct, no option.
I told now, was the sentence that I said explains hallucination. The husband died, still she is hallucinating means false perception of things that don't exist. That is hallucination. I gave a good example of hallucination already. Okay. So A is 3, B is 4, sad and happy is nostalgia. C is 1. C is 1. B is 4. And state of absent-minded and daydreaming is? Yes. So we did not know. Only one word we did not know. Moving on. An annual calendar that contains important dates and time. Annual calendar. We don't know? Forget, let's move on. Next one. If we don't know, let's move on. The one who is a critical judge of any art. We did have this word in the sentence. Do you remember? We did see this word, no? Appropriate use of the words before you came. Person with good taste. So B will go with 1, and I told you to make a note of the new words. You've already made a note, but you don't remember. Critical judges, connoisseur. Based on this, option B is the correct answer. Okay. Okay. Conclusions. You already gone over time.
Because 2 o'clock the tutor will come with them.
Yeah, I am also going to stop here. So here I'm just going to explain the type of questions here. Okay, so we will have one phrase and we will have the underlined word threw up the sponge. Okay, so this is a sentence and this threw up the sponge is an idiom or a phrase. We need to see in which sentence it is used correctly. So here she forgot all her weakness and gave a good fight. She accepted her defeat. She abandoned the competition. It's same like the idioms that we've done, right, in the previous class, idioms. This is a little bit similar to idioms, where we are going to find out the correct meaning or the conclusion. To say that she threw up the sponge after watching the female double her size, after watching a female double size as her opponent. So what did she do? She forgot all her weaknesses and gave a good fight, or she accepted her defeat, or she abandoned the competition. What do you think? Option 1 is correct, or option 1 does not go with that? Option 1 does not go. She threw up the sponge means she gave up. She threw up the sponge when she saw that another opponent is double in size and she cannot fight her. So she decided, I will lose it. Hey, leave it. I don't want to participate only. Fighting with this lady, I cannot do. She gave up. So option 2 and 3 are correct. Got it? Same way, I'm just going to go quickly. I will not share this information unless you keep it under your hat. We did this idiom. Under your hat means keep it secret or do not reveal. So which one is talking about it? Buy me a hat, no use. Will not discuss the information publicly? Yes. Will not use it for your own benefit? Yes. So 1 and 2 are correct. But here, keep it under your hat means there's nothing about benefit, right, in the sentence. So option 1 is correct. Got it? Moving on. This is the last one. Received a yes. So where in the penal code protect the individual from further humiliation? The relevant documents were also ordered to be produced in a week in advance. I won't be wise to company to ignore it as my judicial. Received a subpoena. You have to check the meaning. Okay.
Ordering a person to attend the court.
Okay, ordering a person. So it's a court order which talks about something court order. So here the penal code is not talking about any court order, right? The second one is talking about the court order. Here we can understand. Won't be wise if the company to ignore it. So here also it is talking about some order given and they don't want the person to ignore it. Otherwise they will have to suffer the judicial problem. So here option 2 and 3 are correct. Is the same one. Same word. No, different word, no? No, different it is, not the same. Again, this is like idioms, as I told you. If given these examples, you can study by yourself. Some of the examples. Is it easy? Since you now understand the meaning of it, do you think it is easy for you to study some of the examples? Yes. So, songs should be heard in high volume to have an effect. No. Mothers sing lullabies to sleep the kid. So I think the second one, classical music is often used to calm the nerves. So maybe 2 and 3. So this is how we answer these questions about the soft music. We have the mock paper solving. We've already covered 10 questions. The remaining 10 and including another mock question paper. So what ma'am is going to do, she's going to give you a set of questions. I'm going to send her the Word document and you can have the test. After that, we can catch up again to look at the solutions. See, synonyms, antonyms we've not covered separately. But with match the pairs, we at least we've looked into like 8 synonyms, like 8, at least 3, 4, 3, 4. 3, 4 synonyms, 3, 4 antonyms. What I want you to do is, there's a list of synonyms and antonyms given. Including that, I have given you an entire sheet of all the questions that were asked previously in the Tier 1 examination. So what it's going to do, it's going to help you. And every time you're looking at one word substitution, when you're looking at idioms, make a note of the words, like how connoisseur helped us this time. Right? Looking at the word connoisseur and the one word substitution helped us to answer the question about this. So this is how similar words will be placed in different questions, and that can help us to solve the questions. All right. What I also want you to do is, while you are practicing, I want you to make notes of whatever you're not able to catch up. At the same time, some study tips. What I want you to do is error detection and spot the error. Try and practice, because error detection and spot the error are questions are asked in the examination. Either it will be in the idioms or it will be in the tenses, articles. So the topics that we've covered, error detection and spot the error will cover, will be there, like at least 1 or 2, 3 questions we can expect. Sentence correction and improvement. spot the correct or correct use of the word or correct use of the phrase, correct use of the idiom, correct conclusion. So all these are sentence correction and improvement questions. Parts of speech we've already talked about: adverbs, conjunctions, adjectives, and pronouns. Nouns we don't have that much questions. Yes. Yeah. So I'm already I've listed all the topics and how you should do. Okay. In case you have any questions, anything yet to be discussed, let ma'am know. We'll schedule a class for one more class for looking at the paper solutions and any topic that we still find we need to revise. Maybe fill in the blanks, maybe arranging the sentences. We'll arrange one more class. Okay. Or if you have anything, I'll ask ma'am to connect on the call and I can explain. All right. Anything else as of now?